your Drexel State Dragons. We will also be honoring 4 seniors with the ACHA Division 1 and Division 2 games of the Dragons. A proud Dragons will the DECHC and ECHA Championship and have represented Drexel in the ACHA National Tournament. As a group, these 4 seniors helped develop and shape Drexel University. Starting on defense, a senior from Hammertown, Pennsylvania, number 10, Nick Ermani. A senior from Boca Raton, Florida, number 12, Zach Watkins. A sophomore from Rotterdam, Pennsylvania, number 28, Anton Kozinski. Valley, New Jersey, number 7, Jarrett from Westchester, Pennsylvania, number 29, Ryan Zalman. And starting at for Drexel University Dragons, a senior from Freehold, New Jersey, number 35, Logan Kremski. And current for Drexel University Dragons is Kyle Zoli. He's assisted by assistant coaches Dylan Nicola, Tyler Wilshner, and Derek Cruz. We now ask if you are able to please rise and remove your hats and play our national anthem.
It's a nice, crisp Saturday evening here, live from the class of 1923 arena. The Drexel Dragons getting set to take on the Villanova Wildcats. Hello, everybody. I'm Matt Renier, and I'll be on the call with you this evening. Drexel entering this matchup at 14-12-3. Meanwhile, Villanova entering at 16-8-1. Starting lineups for your Drexel Dragons: number 7, Jared Ortiz; number 10, Nick Urbani; number 12, Zach Plotkin; number 28, Anton Kozinski; and number 29, Ryan Sambuco. And for the visiting Wildcats, number 2, Liam Tomczyk; number 4, Thomas Lynch; number 6, Matt Bazordi; number 13, Tim Kobelski; and number 27, Stepan Grilinskov. In net for the Dragons is Logan Kramsky, number 35, and for the Villanova Wildcats, it'll be Dmitry Kapranov, number 30. Set to be an exciting matchup here. It is senior night for the Dragons. 4 seniors were honored, including the man in net himself, Logan Kramsky, the 4-year veteran. 18 games played this season, 7 wins, 7 losses, 2 OTLs. Facing 500 plus shots this season, so he'll have his work cut out tonight against this high-powered offense. And here we go. Nova wins the opening draw, and they'll just tip it in front of the net. Plotkin trying to get it out. And Gringalov will put it behind. Dragons trying to clear it out of the zone. Sambuco using the boards, trying to get to Kazitsky. Gets checked into the boards by Lynch. Puck still in Villanova zone. Ortiz dumps it in front. Sambuco trying to flip it. And that ends up in the hands up on the stick of Tomczyk. As the puck goes back out into center ice and deep into Drexel territory. Trying to poke it out. Indeed they will. Wildcats now with the puck. Bringing it in front. Takes the backhand shot, but it's quickly scooped up by Kramsky. Gorlenkopf with the backhanded shot. Fortunately, just couldn't get enough height behind it. And we'll get some line changes here for both squads. And Villanova win this draw. They'll keep it in play. Trying to put it in front. Puck still loose. Who's going to get it? And the Dragons able to clear it out, but it gets dumped right back into their zone. Some nice awareness there by the defense. Early puck loose in front. Too many bodies. Can't really see, but they're able to clear it out as Costero will bring it up. Trying to bring it in front. Takes a shot, but it bounces off the post. Net is off its hooks. So it will stop play. And Costero will get set to face off going up against Nick Wood. The Dragons win their first draw of the night. Villanova's quick to scoop it up after the draw. As Berkahan will bring it up. Dumps it over. Puck loose at center ice. Wildcats come up with it, and instead it goes out of play. And the Dragons looking to get back over 500 this season. Currently sitting at 14 wins and 15 total losses, 3 of which coming in overtime. 2 shootout wins this season, but a shootout loss as well. Looking to get back to 500. Meanwhile, Villanova looking for their 17th win of the season, trying to get set as the postseason draws closer and closer with each passing week. And they dump it off Lazine, bringing it in. And Kapranoff will just jump on top of it. Zine was chasing after it, but still had plenty of time to poke it out and clear it out. Instead, he'll just draw the play dead. And Villanova win this draw, 3 for 4 so far. The Dragons able to keep it in the zone. Dumping it over to Urbani. Takes a shot and it sails high. Berkahan a little too much mustard behind it. Urbani fires on net. It's quickly broken up by Kapranoff. Lazine dumps it in behind the net, giving it to Genovis, and he loses it off the stick. Lazine trying to chase after it, but he's just going to have to tip it away. Ends up on the stick of Justin Casator. Wildcats going to clear it out of the zone. No icing is called. Instead, they will call it. Didn't look like they were going to call it. It looked like they'd say it was about to bounce off one of the sticks. Instead, they will call icing. A good crowd here from both squads here tonight. Villanova just outside the city. Drexel growing a very good crowd here tonight for senior night. And the Dragons are able to keep it in the zone. Goes back into the corner. Walsh trying to chase it down. Puck loose in front. The Wildcats come up with it. Dragons trying to keep it in play, and they will. Instead, they'll call for a line change. Walsh was ready to chase it down. Instead, he'll just retreat to center ice. Looks like they might have called an offsides in the process. Regardless, though, Villanova dumps it back in. Hoover comes up and loses it. Still fighting for it. He comes up with it. Still with it behind the net. Lindvall trying to help him out. Sprung comes up with it. He tips it out, but it goes right out to the point. Wildcats will just dump it back in to avoid the offsides. Carver trying to clear it out. Walsh helping him out, still in play. Sprung comes up with it, brings it across the blue line. One man to beat. It's quickly broken up. Try and chase it down. Ends up on the stick of Tomczyk. Kazitsky comes in along with Ortiz, and Sambuco rejoins it along with Plotkin. Ortiz trying to feed it in front. Takes a shot, and it's quickly broken up. And he couldn't see Plotkin. He was wide open, had a clear lane for his shot. Just didn't see him. Tried to take it himself. Dumps it over to Lynch. He'll flip it over. Starting lineup back out there for Villanova. As Sambuco will just tip it across the blue line, but it's quickly broken up and pushed all the way back to the other end of the ice. No icing is called. Gramsci taking a risk there, coming out of the net. Ortiz gives it off. Kazitsky with the puck. Sambuco trying to avoid the offsides. He will. And he'll keep it in play. Can't hang on. Ortiz is there to bail him out. Puck now behind the net. Donahue gives it off. Back out towards the blue line. Williams brings it up into enemy territory. Fires on the net. Goes off the post. Just off the stick. Kostura brings it up for Drexel. Trying to cut inside. It's broken up. Still with the puck. Trying to put it in his front. Shoots, and it goes deflected again. Puck loose in front again. Vogel trying to dump it out. But Bergahan, a great play at the blue line to keep it in the zone. But it's going to go for naught. Wildcats cleared out again. Williams chasing across the blue line. It's deflected off the shoulder of Urbani. Trying to feed Kostura. Raises up. One to hand a beat. Shoots. It's off the leg. Kostura had everyone beat on that play as Urbani takes a huge hit into the boards. As Harris trying to get it out from behind the net. Williams clears it out, taking a big hit from McGinley. McGinley trying to put it in front. Kostura chasing it down. And the goal comes off its hooks once again. Just over 6 minutes gone here. For those of you just tuning in, Drexel hosting Villanova here tonight. Both teams scoreless, a scoreless tie at the moment. Kostura wide open, deflected off the stick. A great save by Kapranoff. Losing the process. Gonna have to play goalie with his stick for a minute. Harris poking at it in the corner. McGinley trying to help him out. Feeds the point in the process. Dumps it over Urbani. Takes the shots off the leg of Williams. Harris trying to get after it. Williams clears it out. Urbani keeps it in place somehow. Looked like a cross. Off the post! Wide open net, but somehow doesn't go in. Kapranoff will just jump on top of it to draw the play dead. Urbani, as wide open of a shot as you could get. Just a little bit too far to the left and off the post. Unbelievable. It remains a scoreless tie. Villanova able to clear it out of the zone, but they'll just dump it back to center ice. Hoover now at the puck, forced to backtrack. Trying to dump it over. They'll get it in the proximity of Gina Viss as Mudrick brings it in. Mudrick in the corner trying to feed the point. He'll feed Hoover. Hoover fires on net. Off the post again. Back to Hoover. Hoover trying to get free. He will. Looking to put it in front. No one there to get it. Ends up on the stick of Carver. Wildcats trying to clear it out, and they will. But it goes back to center ice. Gets just past Mudrick. Carver comes up with it. Giving it over to Lazine. Tomzak brings it in. Gives it over to Gorlikov. Hoover trying to get it. Falls down in the process. As Lazine and Plotkin trying to get in front. Tips it. He just goes high and wide. Takes the shot again. And it goes behind the net. Lazine trying to flick it off the glass, nearly hitting a spectator in the process. A little too much mustard on that pass. Trying to use the glass to clear it out of the zone. Instead it goes over the glass in the process. Thankfully, it looks like they're all right down there. 11:43 left to play in the first. Wildcats dumping in. Gorlikov trying to fight for it behind the net. Kazitsky goes back at the center ice just past his stick. Lynch comes out with it. Falling down in the process, able to recover. Gives it over to Kabelski. Wildcats trying to find some momentum. Drexel applying the pressure early, but taking a shot. Kramsky, loose puck. Goes into the corner. Ortiz able to clear it away. Still fighting for it. Borrows it, takes a shot, still up in the air, deflect off multiple sticks. Gorlikov tried to take a shot, but it's broken up by Sambuco. And a nice save by Kramsky there, deflecting it off his stick. Kazitsky brings it up the middle, trying to give it to Bergahan, bounces off the boards. Icing might be called, indeed it will. And that last sequence, that puck deflected off, I think, at least 7 sticks in the process, bouncing all over the place in front of the net. Drexel able to avoid a score. Still 0-0 for 10:45 left to play. Instead, we'll get his face-off at center ice. Urbani dumps it over to Bergahan. Back to Urbani, bringing it up, trying to get past one defender. He will. Gets past another, across the blue line. Looking to feed a man in the middle. He'll just feed the points. That Sprong fires, and it's deflected off the stick and bounces into the corner. Walsh trying to deflect it with his stick, and it just goes just a little bit too wide. Walsh will fit in the corner. He'll feed Urbani once again. Over to Bergahan. Bergahan over to Walsh. Walsh fires. It's deflected, somehow swallowed up by Donahue. Urbani, nice stick handling, gives it off. Trying to get the shot off. Still in front, loose. Donahue comes up with it for the Wildcats. Lob will bring it up. Still with the puck, he'll just dump it in. Using this chance to get a line change in for the Wildcats. Halfway gone here in the first. Bergahan over to Urbani. Urbani cutting across the middle. Dumps it back. A big hit from Harris, giving it over to Kostura. Carver keeping it in play. Back to Kostura. Trying to feed in the middle. Puck comes way off its... The goal comes way off its pegs. And some choice words being said amongst the players in front of the net. Some pushing and shoving in the process. Officials resetting the net. So far, Drexel doing a nice job to control the pace of this game. Villanova, on the other hand, has been playing keep away for the most part and just trying to catch up, trying to regain some momentum here. Still a scoreless tie, however, so they haven't allowed anything negative just yet. Nice play by Hoover to keep it in the zone. Kostura looking to feed in front. He'll dump behind over to Harris. Harris on the outside looking to shoot. It's broken up and it goes past the blue line. The Dragons are forced to retreat. Ends up with the stick of Carver. Trying to give it over. He'll give it to McGinley. Dumps it over to Harris. Harris bringing it up the right side. Takes a shot. Sails way high and out of play. Both teams have had plenty of chances to score in this game. Just haven't been able to connect. We've seen some crazy sequences so far, particularly with the one we saw the last time Villanova was on offense. Deflecting off multiple sticks, bouncing through the air a couple times before finally being cleared out of the zone. Big hit over the middle from Michael Urbani. The Wildcats trying to get a shot. They're tripped up in the process. Matt Arena was bringing it up the middle, trying to get a shot. But Barrett Genovis tripped him up, so it looks like he'll head to the box for two. And the look on Genovis's face, you can clearly see disagreement with the call. Regardless, it has been made. Our first penalty of the game. Wildcats, their first chance on the power play tonight with 8:38 left to play. Looking to make this a one game, looking to make this score the first goal of the game. Give it over. Tomskitz will give it to Kobeski. The starting lineup out there for the Wildcats, with Max Williams in place. Speaking over to Williams. Tomskitz fires. It's deflected off the stick of Sambuco. Ortiz trying to poke at it. Williams fires. And it's somehow swallowed up. Ends up having to sit on it. Both teams looking for the loose puck. Was just underneath Kramsky. Couldn't see it. Didn't go into the net. Wasn't in his padding. Had to just sit on it at the last second. Getting a little lucky there. If a Wildcat was there to poke it in, it would have been a goal, our first goal of the game. Whistle quickly blows it dead. And we're going to get a stoppage of play here. Dmitry Kapranov, his stick, the goalie for Villanova, his stick broke, so he'll have to get a replacement. He gets his fresh stick, so we'll return to action. It was probably broken on the one shot that knocked his stick away, and he was forced to play for about 20 seconds without a stick in net back early in the first. So getting a fresh stick for the last 8 minutes of play. Villanova still 1:30 left in their power play. Drexel looking to avoid the score. Officials talking things over with one another, still discussing. And we will return to action here. Now an official's talking with Nick Urbani. Not sure what the disagreement was. There was the only reason the game had to stop was because of the broken stick. Didn't look like there was any penalty or anything of that sort, so regardless, we will return to action. Ortiz up against Balzardi. Urbani ends up on his stick. He'll clear it out of the zone, trying to get Sambuco, but it's deflected back to center ice. Tomskik trying to poke it in through the middle, and he can't. He'll just dump it back to the point. Ortiz trying to flip to Sambuco, but it's dumped to the other end. Sambuco, loose puck behind the net. Risky move by Kapranov. Sambuco was hot on his trail, but some nice stick handling to avoid what could have been a potential disaster for the Wildcats. Villanova back on offense. Tomskik checked into the boards, knocked down in the process. Big hit from Bergahan. Dragons doing a nice job to kill the power play. Under 45 seconds left in it. Gorlenkoff will just dump it off to Williams. or excuse me, to Cassator. He'll bring it up. Dumping it back to Wood. Cassator dumping over the middle. Vogel fires on net. It's deflected off the face mask of Kramski. Feeding it back to Vogel. Looking for the shot. Cassator still winding up. He'll give it off. 8 seconds left. His Wood shot's broken up. Carver jumping in front of it, and that might just about end the power play. And we're back to even strength. Kostura dumps it over the middle. Genovis comes out with it. He's all alone. Only one man in front of him. But Drexel using the chance to get a line change, get some fresh legs on the ice. Genovis trying to hit him over the middle, and he's knocked down in the process. As Plotkin will give it off to Lazine. Bringing it up, he'll just dump it in off the glass. Vogel trying to clear it out. Plotkin fires, it goes left. Lazine up against Arena. Deflected, Genovis comes up with it. Still fighting for it. And they're just going to dump this one out. Goes over the glass and out of play into the bleachers. 5:50 left to play here in the first. For those just tuning in, Drexel hosting Villanova. 14-12-3 for the Dragons, 16-8-1 for Villanova. Wildcats coming to the class of 1923 arena here tonight on senior night. 4 seniors being honored. As this puck sails to the other end, icing will be called. Two of the more notable seniors being honored tonight was Logan Kramski and senior defender Nick Urbani. As the puck clears back out to center ice, Kostura give it over to Plotkin. Plotkin cuts back to Kostura, broken up, and Balzardi comes out with it. Bobelski fighting for it in the corner, still looking to find an open man. It ends up with Plotkin. Giving it over to Harris. Harris brings it back behind the net. Harris looking for the open man, deflects it off the boards, but the Wildcats, big hit from Harris. As Tomschik will bring it up, takes a shot off the crossbar, trying to poke it in front, goal off its pegs. Some choice words, pushing and shoving between Michael Urbani and Matt Balzardi. Excuse me, that's Balzarati. Stops the play with 4:45 left to play. And Urbani looking to find his man, give it over to Bergahan, just dumps it off the boards. Sambuco or Kazitsky getting hit in the process. Ends up on the stick. He's got one man to beat. And the Dragons come up with it. Sambuco giving it to Kazitsky. Kazitsky cuts back, trying to get to Sambuco. Still looking for the open man. Can't keep it in play. Goes back into the Drexel territory. Bergahan over to Urbani. No offsides is called. Urbani dumping it over, but it ends up on the stick of Schwartzman. And he's racing up the left side, trying to get it past Hoover. Deflects off his skate. But Arena comes up with it. He'll give it back to Schwartzman. Can't hang on to it. Sambuco brings it up for Drexel. Cuts through the middle, looking to get it over. Takes a shot, backhanded. Can't come up, can't get the goal. Vogel comes up with it. And he'll just try to clear it out. Hoover using his hand to keep it in play. End up right back with Vogel, who'll just dump it in. We got a line change for the Wildcats. Urbani trying to get it over the middle to Bell. Walsh dumps it back. Sprung comes up with it. He loses it. Cassator trying to dump it in the middle. Deflects off the stick, and it goes out of play. .253 left to play here in the first period. Still a scoreless tie between the Dragons and the visiting Wildcats. And Urbani giving it over to Lazine. A good job by Mudrick to hang on to it. Brings it up over the middle, trying to get it inside. He can't get it. Goal off its pegs once again. It's not going to matter, though. The puck back out to center ice as they reset it. Mudrick comes up with it. Shoots over the middle, and it goes way too high and off the glass. Lob can't hang on to it. Genovis somehow hangs on, keeping it in play. Mudrick still trying to help him. No offsides is called. Mudrick still trying to get loose. And Genovis will just dump it in behind the net. He's trying to poke at it. And it goes high, it goes left. Cassator will bring it up. And it goes out of play into the Drexel bench. Under 2 left to play. And Drexel's going to come away with it this time. Castura brings up the right side, cuts over. Trying to poke it in front. Using the backhand of his stick to hang on, but McGinley saves it. Harris for behind the net. Tom Schick trying to get at it. Dumps it back. Castura putting it in front. Harris. Can't react in time. Belski up against the boards with it. Ends up with Urbani. Fires on the net. Deflected up in the air. Urbani comes over. He'll just dump it in behind. Ends up on the other side of the ice to McGinley. And he loses the puck. Gorlikov brings it up. Trying to cut over the middle. It's broken up. Trying to put it in the middle. Diving in front of it. Bergahan breaks up the pass. Takes a shot and it sails left and goes behind. Sails along the boards and back out the ice and into their own territory. Trying to feed Williams. Harris comes up with it. Vogel trying to clear it out of the zone. It'll end up with Williams. Williams dumps it over to Vogel. Loses the stick and loses puck in the process. He had so much ice in front of him, just couldn't connect. Puck now behind the net. Under 30 seconds, Sambuco comes out with it. Deflected off the leg of Vogel. Ortiz trying to poke at it, give it over to Sambuco. Drexel's going to have to go fast. They want a chance here. Kozitsky, under 10 to shoot. Loses the puck in the process. Ortiz with it, trying to flick it in, and it'll just go into the middle of the ice. And that will end the first period. Still a scoreless tie as the Dragons and Wildcats look for that first goal of the game. When we come back, we'll have the second period for you here and more on the Drexel Ice Network. And we are back here at the class of 1923 arena, live here on the Drexel Ice Network. Still a scoreless tie between the Drexel Dragons and the Villanova Wildcats. Hello, everybody. I'm Matt Ranier once again with you on the call. Very eventful first period, to say the least. Both teams had plenty of opportunities to score, but some fantastic saves, including a couple of wacky saves in the process, have denied both teams their first goal of the evening. Looking to change that here as McGinley will get set to take on Matt Bullazordi. And Villanova looking to get things going early. Takes a shot, it goes high. Gorlenkoff, his shot. Too much power behind it, sails way over the post. As Urbani will bring it up over the middle. Cuts to the right side, goes into the corner. Gives it over to McGinley. McGinley trying to put it in front, but no one there to receive it. Harris firing on net, and it's deflected and goes behind. Bobelski trying to get after it. Gorlenkoff brings it up, trying to feed him, and he can't get there. Castor ends up with the puck. He's bringing it up, 2-on-1, fires on net, sails high. Urbani looking to feed Walsh. He will, but it's deflected and ends up back at center ice. 1-on-1. Bergahan, she can't cut back in time. Breaks up Woods' advance. Collision over the middle. Walsh loses his stick. Takes a shot with a nice glove save. Vogel with the shot, but Kramsky denying him. Bell getting set to take on Arena, or excuse me, it's Nick Wood. Villanova wins this draw. Big hit against the boards. And Bell falls down. Hoover trying to look for the loose puck between his skates. And the Wildcats come up with it. Williams brings it out from behind. Leading the point. They're going to fire and it goes behind the net. Trying to feed in front. Hoover comes up with it. Brings it out to center ice. Fires towards the net. It goes into the corner. Bell trying to keep it in play. Lindvall up against the boards. And it's cleared out of the zone. Sambuco forced to dump it in. As Donahue trying to bring it up over the middle, give it off. Goes all the way back into the back end of Drexel's zone. Cramsey's just going to jump on top of this one. Just under 2 minutes gone. Just over 2 minutes gone, excuse me, in the second, for those of you just tuning in. Ortiz will take the face off, going up against Arena. Loose puck in front, trying to grab after it. And he's broken up. Christian Rapatoni, he had a chance to get the first goal, but he was swallowed, but great defense by Ortiz. Villanova keeps it in play. It's deflected in front of the net. Kramsky just going to cover it up. And going back to that play, Rapatoni, he had the puck in front of the net, trying to get his shot off, but great defense by the Dragons to deny his attempt. Wins the draw for Villanova. This shot's deflected, sails way high, and goes behind the net. Still in play. Ortiz trying to get at it behind the net. Rapatoni wraps up with him. Taking the shot, it's broken up. Bergahan denying the shot as he throws it all the way to the other end. Sambuco getting decked into the boards. Still recovers. Big hit from Sambuco. This puck sails way high into the bleachers. Daniel Schwartzman with a hit on Sambuco, and then Sambuco delivering a hit to Justin Casator. And Villanova comes up with the puck. Schwartzman brings it from behind. He'll just leave it behind over to Arena. Urbani keeping it in play. Lazine just going to hit it into the corner. Lazine trying to get after it. Big hit, another hit from Lazine. And over back on the attack. It's deflected and goes into the corner. Urbani trying to get it after it. He'll just have to dump it all over to Bergahan. Dumps it over. Dinovis brings it in. He's going to hit into the corner. Loses his glove in the process. He's forced to switch out as Hoover swaps in for him. Matt Harris now re-enters the game for the Dragons. And this puck goes behind the net. Hoover gives it over to Carver. And a wide open Kostura over the middle. Kostura trying to feed it into the middle. He's knocked down. Harris tripped up in the process. Penalty about to be blown. While Dragons trying to get a chance here. Hoover's shot's deflected off the leg. Tapped and it blows the play dead. Tripping will be called against the Wildcats. Dragons first a chance on the power play here tonight. Their penalty kill has proven potent so far. Roles will now be reversed. That time the penalty was on number 4, Tom Lynch. He'll enter the box. Drexel entered the power play. Harris, Urbani, Sambuco, and McGinley with Ortiz will be the power play for Drexel. Urbani looking for the lane, doesn't like what he sees, backs up towards the blue line. Pumps it over, Sambuco, back to Urbani. Urbani winds up the shots, deflected off the leg. A brilliant save there from Balazzardi. Diving in front of it, and then on the ice, deflecting with his stick to clear it out of the zone. Talk about giving up your body for the team on that one. Ortiz comes up with it, deflected again. Tomschke following his lead, diving in front of it to deflect the pass. 40 seconds gone on the power play. Gives it over Ortiz. McGinley now at the puck, brings it up the left side. He'll dump it in behind the net, goes into the corner. Harris looking to feed the point. Sambuco comes up with it, can't hang on. Trying to poke at the loose puck. Getting through, Wood fires and it's deflected, shoots, he goes wide. Great save by Kramsky. Wood off the rebound, had a chance to get a shorthanded goal, but is denied. Kramsky, an amazing save. Balazzardi now with it, shorthanded still. Kostura will bring it up. Lazine following suit. Brings it behind. Kostura looking for the open man. Mudryk in front of him trying to provide a screen. Lazine hits off his skate. Bergahan wants to take the shot. Lazine goes off his skates and goes back into Drexel's zone. 20 seconds left in the power play. Bergahan bringing it up over the left side. Dumps it into the zone. 10 seconds left on the power play. Kostura comes out with it. And he'll just dump it in behind the net, and we are back at even strength. Kazitsky. Give it to Kostura. Give it back over to Bergahan. Bergahan winds up the slap shot, and it's deflected and goes behind. Kazitsky back over to Kostura. Gives it off. Mudryk behind the net, brings it out. Using the boards. Bergahan with it. But Vogel deflecting it, trying to chase after it. Kostura looking for no man. He'll just give it back to Mudryk. Still looking for the man. It's deflected. It goes back out to center ice. Line change coming for the Dragons. Carver trying to give it to Kostura. Deflects off his stick, nearly bouncing in. But Kapranoff reacting just in time. Carver trying to feed Sprung over the middle. Bell trying to deliver a big hit. Hoover comes up with it. And offsides will be called. Bell couldn't get back in time. And Hoover had nothing but ice and the goalie in front of him. Had a chance to wind up his shot. Bell couldn't jump back over the blue line in time. And it blows it dead. 12:58 left to play. Still scoreless here. Early, halfway, just over halfway, under halfway through the second. Loses it. Hoover can't come away with it. Wobble dumping in, giving it over to Schwartzman. Goes behind the net. Carver chasing after it. Schwartzman trying to grab it. And Sprung trying to clear it out. Goes just past Kramsky. Schwartzman trying to give it to Lindvall. No one in front of him up the right side. Racing up. Lindvall fires on net. It's deflected and goes high and out of play. Looks like Andres Falcon has entered in play in net for Villanova. Urbani trying to feed over the middle, can't get to Plotkin. Plotkin trying to put it in front. They're trying to feed in front again, but Villanova comes up with it. Castura, it's broken up again. Feeds it over to Harris. 2-on-2 now. Harris trying to get free, but Donahue will not let him. Feeds it over to Vogel. Goes off the skates of Gorlenkoff. Williams comes up with it, brings it up the left side, feeding the middle, and it's in. And here comes the penalty. Matt Harris had his whole body wrapped around Balzarodi, excuse me. And he'll head to the box for 2. And you can't really blame him for that one. Had to do something to slow him down. Otherwise, he would have been wide open in front of the net to just punch it in. Villanova enters its second power play of the game. It will be a 2-minute minor for Harris. This goes just past Vogel's stick. Gives it over to Rapatoni. Vogel takes a shot and it goes to the left. Loose puck in front. Drexel recovers. Urbani up against Lob. Cassator. Back to Wood, over to Vogel. Vogel fires and it's deflected and goes left. Loose in front. Ortiz clears it out. 30 seconds gone in the power play. And this one's broken up over the middle. Sambuco comes out with it. 2-on-1 situation here. Sambuco loses it as he shoots. Can't hang on, trying to get after it. Still with the puck. But Balzarodi comes away with it. He'll wait behind the net. Under a minute to play in the power play. Zine trying to chase after it. Drexel being extremely aggressive on this penalty kill. Tomschitz brings it in behind, dumps it behind. Urbani up against the boards. Trying to feed the shot and he can't get it. It's broken up again. Takes a shot and it goes to the left again. Orlenkoff, plenty of shots tonight, just can't connect. And this puck's deflected off the stick, leaps through the air. But Kramsky's able to secure it. 10 minutes to play in the second. 23 left for the power play for the Wildcats. Still 0-0 for those just tuning in. Drexel looking to get back to 500 at 15 for its 15th win of the season. Villanova looking for win number 17 on the year. And the Wildcats will win this draw. Castura breaks it up, and he'll get fed. One man in front, but only the goalie. Castura trying to get it. Tripped up as he shoots. McGinley, big hit over the middle. Williams is knocked to the ice. Olbelski, his shot sails left. 2 seconds left, and we're back to even strength. Castura trying to chase over the middle to the loose puck. Big hit by Kostura. Another big hit from the Wildcats. Kostura still with the puck. No offsides is called. Kostura trying to feed into the middle. No one's there to receive it. And Carver, his pass is deflected again. He's knocked down. Fans want a whistle. I don't think they're going to get one. Huber will feed it over to Carver. Carver to Harris. 3-on-2 now. Feeds it back to Kostura. Feeds it over the middle, and there's no one home. Urbani trying to keep it in play. Still somehow. The whistle blows it dead. And the puck went out of bounds into Drexel's bench, just tipped over the boards, so they will stop play. 8:50 to play. And the Wildcats, well, the Dragons will win this draw. Ortiz over the middle, gets free. Trying to feed it in the middle, it goes to the left. Plotkin just dumps it back in. But Vogel, his pass will sail this one all the way to the other end. Icing is called. It may be scoreless, but it has still been an extremely eventful game. Both teams trading blows, taking plenty of shots, have had so many chances to score. Just haven't been able to get into the back of the net. Urbani's shot, it goes off the face mask of Falcon. Koziecki dumps it in. Donahue over to Vogel. Plotkin will keep it in play. They try and tip it out, and they will. Howard brings it up, but Urbani's quick to deny it. Sambuco with the puck. They'll at least get it out of the zone and force the Wildcats to change their line. Plotkin brings it up. He's quickly met by two Wildcats. Orlenkoff. It's broken up. But Bolazori takes a shot, and it's swallowed up by Kramsky. Ludwig will take this face off for Drexel going up against Bolazorti. The ball's a rowdy. And it's cleared out of the zone, back to center ice. Lynch dumping it over to Tomczyk. They'll dump it in. Bounced off the boards just behind the net. Urbani back to Berkahan. And this pass will sail all the way out to center ice. Wildcats keeping it out of their zone at least, but not for long. Berkahan in hot pursuit of it. It's dumped over to Kobelski. Urbani keeping it in play, dumps it over. Berkahan once again with it. Back to Urbani. Winds up the shot. Shields just off the pads. Mudrick loses his glove. He's forced to, he has to go get her. He might have to get off the ice. Able to get it. Berkahan shot and deflects again. Berkahan has to just dump it in. Couldn't get it over to Urbani. Big hit from Lazine. Berkahan keeping it in place. Forced to just dump it in again. Urbani forced to chase after it. Trying to get it over. Berkahan again. Winds up the shot, and it's deflected off the leg of one of the Wildcats. Shots galore on this possession. Just can't connect. Orlenkoff brings it up over the middle. Takes a shot. It's deflected. Loose puck in front. And the Dragons recover. Kostura brings it up again. McGinley trying to get after it, loses it, takes a hit anyway. 3-on-2 situation. Hoover trying to cut back over again. He'll get it just in time. Couldn't get enough power behind it. Still 0-0. Hoover over to McGinley. Castura brings it over the middle. Harris looking to receive a pass. Castura trying to tip it in. Loose puck in front. Hoover using his hand to keep it in play. We'll dump it in. Harris with it behind the net. Berkerhand wants it. Hoover winds up the shot. It's deflected again. Carver taking a shot. It's deflected. Hoover secures it. Fires again. Deflected again. This time off the shoulder of Wood. Carver over at the point. Dumps it over. Hoover wants to wind it up. He'll give it off to Castura. Back to Hoover. Winds it up again. Sails high. Harris trying to chase it down. He will. Castura with it again. Back to Hoover. Hoover winds it up. Jumping in front in the last second is Williams. And he's down the ice in pain. Castura winds it up again. Williams back on his feet. Castura trying to hang on Berkerhand. Carver, back to Castura. Castura putting it in front. Hoover comes up and shoots and it goes wide right. Castura trying to dump behind the net. Falcon finally ending the madness. Hoover and Carver combined 7 shots on that possession. Bouncing off the post at least 4 times, 3 of their shots going wide, and we're still tied at 0. Some spectacular goaltending here from Andres Falcon and Logan Kramsky here tonight. And the Wildcats will finally clear it out of their zone with a fresh set of legs. Urbani dumps it over, but Arena's quick to meet him. He's just cleared into the zone. He'll give it off. Sambuco dumps it behind the net over to Plotkin. Over to Kaczynski. Trying to feed over the middle. Ortiz comes out with it. Over to Sambuco. And he loses it again. This time the Wildcats come out with it. Arena with it against the boards. Still fighting against Plotkin. He gets past him. Arena winds up the shot. Kramsky jumps on top of it at the last second. Good reaction from Kramsky. Rabatoni was in hot pursuit right on top of him. And we are still tied. As Mudrick will take this face-off up against Balzarodi. And Lazine getting fed at center ice, using the boards to help him out. Lazine gets free, try and get the shot off. Lazine, shot goes left and wide. And the Wildcats come out with it. Vogel behind the net. Lazine, big hit in the boards against Vogel. Donahue trying to clear it out. Urbani still keeps it in play. Urbani trying to feed him in front. Lazine there to receive it. Genovis with it. Trying to poke it in. Urbani still with it in front. Lazine now with it. Berkerhand winds up the shots, deflected and over and out. Drexel applying as much pressure as they can. They just can't take it home. Mudrick will take it against Arena. And the Wildcats win the draw. Fling it behind the net. Urbani keeping it in play. Knocking down Wood in the process. It goes behind the net. Lynch looking to clear it out. We'll have some time at the very least. Urbani trying to do it. But Mudrick interrupts the pass, gives it over to Urbani. Urbani takes a shot, it's deflected, goes high and right. Mudrick can't keep it in play, he'll bring it back to center ice. Over to Urbani, some fresh set of legs. Bell and Walsh enter the game for the Dragons. Williams dumps it over to Tomczyk. Urbani keeps it at center ice. And he gets interrupted. 3-on-1 now for the Wildcats. Takes a shot in front. It's off its pegs. And it sails right again. A 3-on-1 gone to waste for the Wildcats. Arena had time to shoot. He had beaten the defender, took too long. And his pass goes just past the post. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. The goal came off both its pegs. 2:26 left to play. As we are still tied at 0. For those just tuning in, Drexel looking to get the win here in front of the home crowd on senior night. Wildcats looking for win number 17 on the year. McGinley will take this up against Bolzerodi. Harris comes off it. He's able to get it across the blue line. Him and Gorlinkoff collide at center ice. Puck back in Drexel territory. Hoover trying to clear it out. Gorlinkoff doing a nice job keeping it in play. Trying to feed it inside, but Carver interrupts it. Trying to poke it free. McGinley up against the boards. Carver trying to help him out. Gorlinkoff comes up for the Wildcats. Kobelski trying to rip it in front, and Carver interrupts it again. Goal looks like it might be off its pegs again. Big hit from Kostura, knocking down Gorlinkoff. Gorlinkoff behind the net, looking to backhand, and it goes too far to the left. Under 100 seconds left to play in what has been an extremely eventful second period. Takes a shot, and it's swallowed up by Kramsky. Frustration setting in for the Wildcats. Kramsky, I don't know how he saw that shot. So many bodies in front of the net, in front of him. Kasator trying to knock it in, take advantage of the confusion, just can't connect. 1 minute and 29 left to play. Dragons win the draw. Looking to clear it out, and they will. Kazitsky brings it up center ice. Sambuco waiting along the blue line. Kazitsky brings it into the corner. Trying to get it. Ortiz now after it. Sambuco. Big hit over the middle. Wildcats come up at Arena, racing up the left side, trying to get past Plotkin. He will, off the face mask of Kramsky. Plotkin gives it over. Sambuco again. Under a minute to play. Bonnie will give it over. Plotkin gives it off. Kazitsky, he'll just dump it in. Genovis enters the game for the Dragons. Vogel brings it up the left side. Bonnie dumps it behind him over to Knickerbonnie. Brother to brother pass right there is Genovis. It's in front of the net. 13 seconds left to play. And the Wildcats will clear it out of the zone one more time, but Bergant trying to get one last shot off. It's up in the air. And after 2, we are still tied at 0. As both teams will look for that first goal, elusive first goal of the game in the third period. When we come back, we'll have that for you and plenty more here on the Drexel Ice Network. And welcome back into the third period of action between the Drexel Dragons and the Villanova Wildcats. Still scoreless after 2 periods of play. Plenty of action in the second. A wild last 8.5 minutes. Still, neither team has scored so far in this contest. Both teams looking to change that here and avoid overtime as we get set to go underway. Both teams talking things over with their coaching staffs before heading out for what may be the last period of action. As Urbani, Bergahan, Ortiz, Sambuco, and Kazitsky will be out there for the Dragons to start things off. With Balzarodi, Lynch, Kobelski, Gorlinkov will be out there for Villanova. As we get set underway, Dragons start things off on Villanova's side of the ice. Ortiz trying to dump it out. Sambuco feeds Urbani. Trying to fire, and it goes off the pads and left. And he can't keep it in play. It'll go back into their own zone. Trying to feed it in front. It's deflected, and it goes to the left. Kazitsky racing up the left side, or the right side, trying to feed it in front. Ortiz can't get there in time. Great defense from Lynch. Bergahan keeps it in play, goes all the way to Urbani. Urbani fires, and it goes to the left. Deflected off Gorlinkov's stick. Sambuco able to keep it on over the blue line. It's going to go for now as they fling it back out to center ice. Gives it over to Ortiz. Sambuco gives it over. Trying to, it looks like he was dumping off behind it, but no one was there to receive the pass. Wood cuts inside, gets past Carver. It's deflected. Kramsky breaks it up. Hoover trying to clear it out of the zone. Ends up with Vogel. Vogel fires, and it's quickly swallowed up by Kramsky. As McGinley will take this face-off for the Wildcats, going up against Matt Arena once again. Wildcats win the draw, trying to poke it, and it goes over the post into the corner. As Donahue keeps it in the zone. Trying to bring it behind the net. Arena comes up with it, flinging it off his backhand. And Harris able to get it back over the blue line. 3 men in front of him. Dumps it over to Kostura, feeds McGinley, using his skate to hang on. A good defense here from Villanova. Back out to center ice. Arena brings it in. Brings it over to the outside. And Hoover's going to break it up. Goes over the blue line, and Harris comes up with it for the Dragons. And Hoover breaks it up before going back to the bench. Kostura trying to get it after the puck. It's along the boards. Watkin trying to help him out. Goes back into the corner and behind the net. Casator clears it out of the zone, but Michael Urbani keeps it in play. Takes a shot, and it sails too far to the right. Mudrick brings it out from behind, but Lob breaks it up. And Mudrick with some resistance, but is able to get it back over into Villanova territory. He's knocked down in the process. Loose puck in front. Urbani able to keep it in the zone. Urbani dumps it in front. No one there to receive it. Genevis feeds the point, or Berkahan comes out with it. Over to Urbani. Urbani fires, and it's off the post. Urbani Hitting it towards the net, and it goes into the corner. And the Wildcats clear it out of the zone once again. 3.5 gone here in the third period. Bergahan knocked down as he skates. A penalty is going to be called. So there might be a slashing. And it will. 2-minute minor coming up for the Wildcats. Villanova's second chance on the power play. It will be against James Davis for Villanova. His first penalty of the game, the team's second. Ortiz will take the face off for Drexel. Sambuco gives it over. Urbani looking for Romani, gives it over to Ortiz. Ortiz back to Urbani over the blue line. Back to Ortiz. Urbani fires and it's swallowed up by Falcon. .15 gone in the power play. Drexel looking to break the tie. And the Wildcats able to clear it out of the zone. Kramsky will hand it off, or Manny will take it. Over to Ortiz. Urbani keeps it in the zone. Trying to flip it over to Ortiz, but too much power behind the pass. And Bolazardi has a chance here. Takes the shot, and it's broken up. Villanova wants a whistle. I don't think they're going to get it. Coming away near disaster there for the Dragons, but they come away clean. A minute left to play in the power play. Manny takes a shot, and it's broken up. Falcon puts it behind the net. Back to Urbani. Gives it over Ortiz. Fires towards the net, and it's deflected again. It goes into the corner. Urbani winds up the shot. Shoots, he scores! Nick Urbani finally breaking the tie. That's his 8th goal of the season. The senior scoring on senior night, no less, as Drexel has their first lead of the night. And the Dragons finally breaking the tie. 15:03 left to play in the third, scoring off the power play. And we're back to even strength. As Villanova brings it in, trying to score and tie this game up. Loose puck in front. Genevis comes up with it. Gives it to Mudrick. Mudrick trying to feed Lazine, trying to feed inside. Mudrick, loose puck in front! Cannot connect. Villanova coming away clean. Rabatoni loses his stick. As Mudrick gives it over, ends up with Lazine. Lazine trying to cut into the middle. Trying to feed the point, but it goes back out to center ice. And the puck is deflected back into Drexel zone, goes off the boards, and icing is called. Ortiz will take the face off. Villanova wins it, goes past the hand of Gorlenkoff. They're able to keep it in the zone, but not for long. Kazitsky gets it out and goes back into Villanova territory. As Vogel dumps it behind the net to Donahue. Sambuco's able to keep it in play. Wants to wind the shot, but he'll bring it back out to the blue line. Takes the shot. It sails way to the right. Sambuco delivering a big hit. Falls down in the process. Loose puck in front. Orlenkov trying to get a shot off. Kramsky loose again. Ortiz comes out with it for Drexel. Trying to give it over to Sambuco. Gets free. Only one man to beat. Takes the shot. Trying to poke it in through the 5-hole, and he can't. Great save by Falcon. Costura using his feet to hang onto the puck. It goes into the corner. Vogel trying to clear it out once again, but McGinley denies him. Bergahan using his stick to break up the pass again. Harris, loose puck, but Lob comes up with it. No, he doesn't. It's still loose at the blue line, and Nova finally breaks it out of the zone. Lob will lead the charge. Takes the shot, sails wide right. Goes around the boards. Bergahan comes up with it. 2-on-1. Bergahan falls down in the process. Puck is cleared out of the zone. One man to beat. Williams racing up. Urbani trying to chase after it. Deflects it at the last second. Great defensive play from Urbani. As McGinley tries to clear it out of the zone, but Nova denies him. Urbani racing up the left side. Only one man to get past. Winds up the shot, and a great glove save from Falcon. Urbani trying to catch him off guard, trying to make him think that the shot was going high, aiming low, but Falcon read that like a book. 1-0 for those just tuning in. 11:45 to play in the third. Nova wins the draw. They're able to get it out of the zone. It sails to the other end. Icing may be called. Indeed, it will. Mudrick will take it once again for the Dragons up against Arena. Feeding Urbani. Urbani fires, and it goes to the left. Zine trying to keep it in the zone. Instead, it will go back out. Deflecting off multiple skates before finally being knocked back to center ice. Lazine comes out with it, gives it to Mudrick, decked against the board, still fighting for it. The Wildcats come away with it. 2-on-2 now. Wood trying to cut to the outside. He will. Falls down in the process. They want the whistle. They're not going to get it. Lazine fighting up against Davis. Genevis. Tomczyk fires, and it's deflected and goes behind again. Hoover falling down. Puck's in the air. Genevis trying to deliver the hit. Hoover using his hand, can't grab it. And Genevis will just whack it to get it out of the zone. Before Lynch dumps it in, and they'll get some fresh legs for the Wildcats. Blocking up against Williams in the corner. Trying to poke it free. The Wildcats come away with it. Loose puck in front. Nearly sneaking it in. Lazine trying to get the puck out of the zone. Hoover using the backhand of his stick. Goes to the other end. Icing incoming. Ten and change left to play here in the third period. The game was a scoreless tie for the longest time until Nick Urbani broke the tie with 15 to play in the third period. His 8th goal of the season. That brings him to 24 points total on the year. Both teams talking things over. A timeout on the ice. And the score is extremely misleading for this game. Before Urbani's goal, both teams were getting shots off at rapid fire speed. It's just been incredible It's just been incredible saves here tonight from Kramsky and Falcon. Drexel trying to win in front of the home crowd on senior night. 4 seniors were on, including Urbani, Plotkin, and Kramsky. And Drexel retakes the ice. Kazitsky, Urbani, Sambuca, Ortiz, and Berkeham will re-enter the game. For the Wildcats, it'll be Balzordi, Kobelski, Gorlenkoff, Vogel, and Donahue entering the game in place of Lynch. Berkeham trying to feed it over the middle, give it to Kazitsky. Kazitsky brings it up. He falls down in the process. It's loose loose towards the hash. Urbani fires again, goes just to the left. Kazitsky fires on nets off of Donahue's skate. Berkeham will just have to dump it behind. Kazitsky returning the favor, just goes back to the other end. Ortiz in the corner, looking to feed the point. He will over to Berkeham. Dumps it in. Vogel trying to get after the loose puck. He can't. Kazitsky with it again. Nice move by Kazitsky. Puck in the air, using his stick to poke it forward. Goes back to the point. Berkeham, he's interrupted as Kobelski brings it out for the Wildcats. Ball is off shot. Backhanded, it goes to the right. And the puck is back out to center ice and drifts into Villanova territory. Full line change here for the Dragons and for the Wildcats. As Hoover brings it up the left side. Racing up the left side, wanting to get the shot. Still with the puck, putting it in front. No one there. Receive it. Went off of Harris's skate. He's 2 steps back. He has enough room to take the wrist shot, and this might be a 2-0 game. Instead, it's back in Drexel territory. Costura trying to clear it out of the zone. Rabatoni denying him. Hoover trying to get it out. He'll give it to Harris. Harris flings it to the other end. Costura's there waiting. It deflects off his skate. And the Wildcats recover. They get it past them. Howard leading the charge. All by himself, though. He's quickly met by 3 Dragons. It's back out to center ice. Carver trying to hang on to the puck. Up against Wood. Under 8 to play here in the 3rd period. And the puck back at center ice. Tomczyk trying to dump it in. He will. As Carver clears it out of the zone, Tomczyk trying to jump through the air to grab it. He can't. They'll call icing. Good effort there by Liam Tomczyk. 5 goals, 7 assists for him on the year. Just couldn't get enough height on it. Wildcats win the draw once again. Gorlenkoff trying to get it in the middle, but he can't. Harris comes away with it. Costura trying to clear it out of the zone. It ends up with Harris. He'll just dump it in and get a line change in. Lazine chasing after the puck into the corner. Still loose. But Lynch finally gets it before Berkeham's quick to meet him. Mudrick and Lazine trying to poke at it along the boards. It ends up on the stick of Kobelski. It's broken up. Mudrick trying to hang on. He can't. Berkeham's knocked down. Falls into Mudrick. Ends up working out. Mudrick was there to dump it into the zone. Puck loose in front, but Falcon jumps on top. Mudrick will take this face-off going up against Thomas Howard. Fires on the net. Walsh's shot's deflected. And they're feeding the point once again, Berkahan. And this puck's deflected, goes way deep into Drexel territory. No icing is called. Urbani dumps it over. Berkahan waiting to receive the pass. He'll go back. It's deflected and behind the net. Drexel comes away with it. Urbani having to chase down the loose puck. Berkahan couldn't hang on to it. Urbani getting checked up against the boards. His stick ended up whacking one of the officials on accident. Mudrick comes up with it, brings it up, 3-on-3. Mudrick fires, it's deflected off the leg, shoots it and misses again. Lazine trying to chase it down. Urbani using his skates, doesn't see the puck. Still loose. Williams' stick goes into the Drexel bench. And the puck now deep into Drexel territory. Hoover now with it up against Arena. Trying to get free, trying to find someone to get rid of it to. Urbani trying to get free. Arena. And they finally get it out of the zone. Lazine's just going to dump it in and get some fresh legs on the ice. Dangerous play in front. Puck bouncing behind the goalie. Able to avoid a potential disaster. Kazitsky gives it off to Sambuco. Back to Kazitsky. Trying to feed in front. It's deflected in front. And goes behind the net. Kazitsky cuts back. Looking for an open man. Trying to get it to Carver. He will. Carver forced to dump it in. Sambuco in the right corner. Has to give it over. Hoover winds up the shot. And it's deflected off Gorlinkov's skate. Hoover can't hang on to it. Goes past the blue line again. And the Dragons are forced to retreat. Now Nova on offense, trying to cut inside, trying to poke it in, and he can't. Good stick handling by Kobelski. He just couldn't get the puck into the net. Loose in front. Carver brings it behind. Looking for the open man. He's wrapped up by Gorlinkov. Gives it over. Lynch looking to wind up the shot. Loose in front. And Kramsky. Collision between Carver and Rapatoni, the two number 21s. Both of them down on top of each other on the ice. Finally able to get up. Winds it up. Goes over the crossbar. Howard shot's deflected. Harris. One man to beat. Tomczyk gets it past him. Harris still loose in front. Trying to give it off. Kostura fires and it's swallowed up by Falcon. That could have been the dagger, but another nice save from Andres Falcon. .333 left to play in the third. No, I did not make that up. 4 threes on the board. Villanova trying to find an answer, trying to tie this game up, potentially send it to overtime. Drexel looking to hang on. McGinley dumps it in behind and ends up with Arena trying to keep it in play. Castor at the blue line. McGinley dumps it in. Harris still fighting for the puck. So good defense from Nick Wood. Castor comes up and in front of the net, but Villanova's quick to swarm. Knocked down. No whistle is blown. Castor forced to get rid of it. And Vogel comes up with it. Under 3 to play here in the third. Williams racing into the zone, into the corner up against Urbani. McGinley trying to help him out. Urbani comes up with it. And it comes up with it, takes the shot, and it's deflected and saved again. Another good save from Kramski. Gorlinkov trying to get three. He cuts to the outside. He loses the puck. Berkahan pokes it behind the net. Trying to feed the point. They will. Cassator giving it over to Lynch. Lynch fires. Loose puck in front. Lazine comes up with it. Gives it over the middle. Genevis brings it in. Trying to take the shot, but Lynch using his stick to deny the shot. Berkahan cutting. He loses the puck. Urbani forced to dump it over. Hoover winds it up, sails to the left. Berkahan misses on the shot as Gorlinkov races up the right-hand side. Hoover in front of him. As Lazine brings it behind the net, over to Berkahan. Using the boards, it bounces off once again, still in the zone. Fires on net, goes left, under 90 seconds to play. And they'll bring it in once again. Nick Wood leading the charge, loose in front. Kramski swallows it up. Nick Wood was wrapped up. Berkahan all over him on that one. And forced to just take the shot, and Kramski was there to swallow it up. Under a minute and 30 left to play in what has been an extremely exciting game. Drexel looking to get back to 500, win number 15 on the year. Meanwhile, the Dragons, or the visiting Wildcats, they're looking for win number 17 on the year. And Drexel, if they want to win this one, they want to avoid overtime as much as possible. This season, 3 overtime losses and a shootout loss so far this season. Looking to avoid it, trying to get back to 500. Wildcats going to take the shot, loose in front. Still loose in front, he can't hang on to it. Kobelski had a chance, a wide open net, just couldn't get his stick there in time. A minute and change left to play. Tomczyk keeps it in play. Urbani trying to jump on top of it, but Sambuca will just dump it out. Oh, empty net now. No icing is called. Kaczynski trying to poke it in front. Ortiz fires on an open net, sails to too far to the left. Loose in front, Drexel has to be careful. 3-on-2 now. They're able to get back on defense. Sambuca trying to whack at it. Hit over the middle, no whistle is called, or no whistle is blown. Lozerati gives it over to Lynch. Lynch takes the shot, it deflects again, goes behind the net, under 30 to play. Berkahan comes away with it, cuts over the middle, hit over the middle, whistle is blown. They blow it off. Kostura wide open net, takes the shot and it's in. 8 seconds to play and Nick Kostura applies the dagger. His 15th goal on the season for the Westchester native. And that will just about do it. Both Knicks scoring on this game. First Urbani and then Kostura in the final ticks of the game. As Villanova takes the ice one final time. And barring anything crazy, Logan Kramski getting the shutout. Well earned for the senior goalie. McGinley wins the draw. Kostura takes it. Let's try to get one last goal in. He won't get it. And that will end it. He's hit over the middle after the whistle is blown. Both players having choice words with one another. Refs trying to clear things up. On the other hand, the bench clears to celebrate Kramsky getting his shutout, getting the shutout on the night in front of the home crowd for senior night. Being one of the seniors honored tonight, definitely a standout performance here tonight. He was the man. He was the main man keeping Drexel in this game. But that will just about do it from the class of 1923 Arena. The final score: Drexel 2, Villanova 0. That will just about do it for us. Thank you so much for wherever you may be listening. This has been Matt Rainier, and have a good rest of your night.